Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the 2.6 Bernoulli's principle. Okay, so before learning this subtopic, we need to know some concept, okay? And the concept is very easy, which is the higher the velocity, the lower the pressure. So what does it mean? Let me explain to you. As you can see below, when they have some wind at the surrounding, ada angin, so the air molecule, this is the air molecule, air molecule. This is the air molecule, semua molecule udara. So the wind will push the air molecule to move faster, okay? So this is the called as high velocity lah. So when they move at high velocity, it will move further against each other. So like this, ini akan pergi ke sini, yang ni pergi ke sini, yang ni pergi ke sini, okay? They will move further between each other. When they move away from each other, dia akan jadi macam ni, okay? In this space, there are less number of air molecule because many of them already move away. So only left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 compared to this compared to this one, okay? So it will have less collision between the air molecule and the wall of the container. Therefore, the force produced is decreased. And lastly, pressure will also decrease because the pressure is directly proportional to the force. When the force decreases, the pressure decrease, okay? So you already learned about this concept. Let us go further. These have some activities that you can do at your home. So for activity 1, you can try to melipat paper ini to form a shape of the jambatan, and you can try to blow below this region, at the below, bukan top, below. When you blow below, the paper will also curve downwards. And for the activity B, you can try to blow at the upper region, and the paper dia akan macam fly upward, fly to the upper. So you can try to do this and try to know what is the concept, okay? As we have already learned before. So the next one is Venturi tube. What is Venturi tube? Okay, so the Venturi tube ada 3 bahagian. The first one is the big one, and the second one is the narrow, and the third one is big. Adakah awak pernah main itu air pipe macam ni? So when you try to, yang ni pipe air macam lebih kurang lah. So when you try to use your finger to block this area, this is your finger to block this area, and the water will come out at a high velocity. So we can know that the smaller the diameter of the pipe, the higher the velocity of the fluid. Okay, when you block this area, area dia tinggal macam ni saja. So the water will come out at a high velocity. Okay, this one juga narrow kan. So the velocity at here is the highest one. Velocity is highest, and compared to the X and the Z, Y has the highest velocity. So as we learned before, the higher the velocity, the lower the pressure. Yes, the higher the velocity, the lower the pressure. At the Y, it will have the lowest pressure, lowest water pressure. So the pressure outside we call as atmospheric pressure, PATM. ATM maksudnya atmosphere. So the atmospheric pressure is higher compared to the water pressure, which is the lowest at the Y. So it will push. So the water level is the lowest one. The water level is lower because the pressure is lower. While the X and the Z have the higher water level. But can you see the X has a higher one compared to the Z? But they have same size of the pipe. Same size of the pipe. But why the water level is different? It is because when we see the direction, the water is come from here, okay? So the water is flow from X to Z, okay? Flow from X to Z. Maksudnya, the high pressure will push to the low pressure one. Macam diffusion. The higher concentration area will move to the lower concentration area. So ini pun sama. The high pressure will push to the low pressure one. Okay? The direction that have given is from X to Z. From X to Z. So from high pressure to low pressure. So it means that the X has a higher one compared to the Z. That's why we can see they have different water level even though they have same size of the pipe. Okay, next one. Next one is about the lift force. Okay, do you know how to produce the lift force? Okay, kalau nampak soalan ni memang ada 4 makalah. Okay, at the essay question. So how do we answer them? The first point we need to say is about the region of the low pressure one. So can you see this area is very narrow and also this area, and so this area we call as the region of high air speed and low pressure, because when the diameter of this diameter between this is very narrow, the velocity of the air will become high, right? So the higher the velocity, the lower the pressure. So sini velocity akan tinggi and the pressure is lower. High speed and low pressure. While this region, this big region has a big area, so the velocity will become lower and pressure will increase. Okay, so when they have the difference in the pressure, because this pressure below is higher compared to the upper one, compared to this. So the difference in the pressure will cause a resultant force upwards. So the resultant force that acting upward is called as lift force. Because like a ball, this is the ping pong ball, and the lower one has high pressure and the upper one has low pressure. This is high pressure. So the resultant force will become upward. Therefore, we call this resultant force as lift force. Okay, lift force. So I repeat, the first point is you need to tell the region that have the high velocity and low pressure. And the second point is the region that have the lower velocity and higher pressure, which is the below one, is this, okay? And the third point is the difference between the high pressure and the low pressure will cause a resultant force. Okay? The difference, oh my god, the difference between the high pressure and the low pressure will produce a resultant force. So the force we call as force, okay? Lift force. Okay. So we see the next one. Okay. So the next one we learn aeroplane. So do you know the shape of the aeroplane? Shape dia akan macam ni lah. I also don't know. Like the shape of the whale. Do you know? Okay. So first of all, you need to tell the region first, okay? So there are two regions. One region is low pressure and one region is high pressure. So do you know why this region has low pressure? Because first we need to know the air molecule will reach to the end at same time. So the formula of the velocity is V equal to d over t. So because the air molecule need to reach to the end at the same time, right? So this is the constant variable. And the distance at here is longer. Can you see? The distance is longer, and the distance is smaller. Lebih dekat, yang ni lebih jauh. So the distance increase, the velocity will also increase. So what does it mean? It means that the air molecule at the upper region need to travel at higher velocity so that it can reach to the end at the same time with the air at the lower region. When the velocity increase, the pressure decrease. Yes, the pressure decrease. So this will terbalik lah. The velocity is lower compared to upper one, and the pressure is higher. So we already get 2 points. This is the first point. This is the second point. And the third point is the difference between the high pressure and the low pressure punya area will cause what? Will cause resultant force. So the resultant force we call as lift force. Okay. So let's already finished. So that's all for today. I hope everyone can understand about this topic. So if you have any question, please tell me. Okay, don't be shy. So that's all. Thank you.